SES
Order.
order. That would all come through your secretary. That would all be through the secretary.
Okay.
So I'll ask about that too.
So with the social studies curriculum, we did end up ordering that second set for the classrooms. We did approve that, right?
Say something on the SES.
Yeah, go ahead and say
On
something.
the SES ordering, I had a meeting last month, or maybe in April, with all the secretaries in the schools, with Jane Ingalls from SES. And she was telling the secretaries that they don't need to order all the supplies at one time and sit there all summer long because the prices don't change. And so they could do, order maybe for a quarter, 2 or 3 months worth in July and then do it again in October, so they're not keeping all this supplies in the school, because you might find when October comes around you don't need as much as you thought you needed.
As
So
long
they
as
were all
they're
on
not
board.
short, that's been the problem before they've ordered, and there wasn't enough of something.
How long does it take to get an order? Are they a pretty quick turnaround?
If it's through WB Masons, usually within the next day or two
Yeah,
at the
2
most.
days.
Oh, that'd be fine. then.
Because they're usually over, if you order today, they're usually here tomorrow or the day
Okay.
after.
Okay.
Yeah, so what Linda's doing on the social studies, though, is she's working on those order sheets, and we can put on it a post date after July 1st,
Okay.
so that it can get going. And then she already has a team of people. I remember Chris Soule was one of them.
And Lori Royal.
Yes, Lori Royal, and a few others that are going to be the ones that when the packages come
Right,
in,
gonna
they're going to
sort
sort it out for each of the classrooms. So I feel like those things are in place.
Well, we had a discussion, and Lori had said about it would help if they had the second set. And I know that we had said that would be a good idea, because we didn't want them having to share. I wasn't sure if...
I think they went ahead and ordered those, didn't they? The second.
I
set?
don't think that they've
Well,
ordered
we-
it physically yet, but I
Okay.
know that Linda knows that. Linda
Yeah, order
has
the
that as
extra.
part of it.
And where we said, it'd be a good idea to have it, I'm sure they're gonna want to take advantage of it.
And then
Right,
also
and you
the all
also
the
thought a
teachers.
little bit about maybe you should start for a month or so
Mhm.
and then have,
Right.
you
so if
maybe
you-
still have
yeah.
some money in that line.
Right.
Maybe you find out, oh, I really wish we'd done this.
Right. And I just wanted to make sure that they realize you can still do this if you have money. in the
Right.
Yeah, I
bank,
think we did present it that way with Lori and Chris.
So they know.
Right, and Linda has spent, we've written down, more than she probably wants to know at this point, but all of those details, she's really going over very carefully with Mary. And, Linda said she'd help her at any time.
Oh, no, she'll be available when Mary needs her, for sure. Mary's pretty sharp. Committee reports. Any committees meet?
Policy committee met. With the Cs for first reading.
Okay. And this already had its second reading, so it's whole, so I know it can go in the book.
Yep, that one can go in the book. That one's all set. This finished, we did the whole C section, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so the whole C section is done.
Any changes?
There are some policies Liz and I have kept out too because of different things that Mr. Gregoire said during his interview. For us to review maybe when he comes. I know he had some thoughts on extended learning.
Yeah.
And we didn't do any of those because we were waiting. Some discipline ones. What other ones were there?
Don't remember.
I think
don't have
kept
my
a
notes
list.
with me.
Yeah. But so there's some that we'll have to go back to,
Oh,
but
that's fine. Better to wait than to do them and have to redo them. Okay.
We had a meeting with the food people.
yep. And somewhere in this, Andrew, did you bring the?
Yes, there's a
Yes.
policy in the handout I gave that was paperclip together. It's a food service charge policy that a neighboring school put together, and the future superintendent was kind enough to let us say we could use it. So I did change it from Barrington to Wakefield, if I did miss any of them.
On which one?
Purpose and policy.
Oh, no.
What's that?
Purpose and policy.
I don't think we've ever had this many papers.
That's why I said it
Jeez.
drives me crazy when we get them.
Okay.
What is that?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So I think it would be a good idea maybe to look at this.
Mm.
And talk about the next meeting.
Yeah.
I think we should table this for the next meeting so we have a chance to review it.
Yeah, putting it on for next meeting.
Okay, so you're putting first reading policies and then first set of policies and then also are you calling this?
This is the
specific-
first reading for these.
Right. Oh, so this would be second reading for next.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to review they're calling this what, under the charge policy?
Yes,
Charge policy?
food service charge policy.
Food service charge.
Okay. Look at that. Okay.
The bus committee's been invited to attend the selectmen's meeting, next selectmen's meeting,
Okay.
to discuss the possibility of maybe a joint venture with mechanic services for our buses and town equipment.
Mhm.
And I think what we'd like to do at that meeting is form a committee with maybe our bus committee and a selectman and maybe the town administrator, I'm hoping, is what we can do, and that their board and our board will grant this committee permission to negotiate on behalf of the two boards and come back to the two boards for approval.
Do you
Is
have
there
a
any
date?
objection to that?
I don't have, I think that's good. Do you have a date?
It's a week from today.
So we need to post that then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so post,
It's the 14th?
After you posted, you need to take notes
yeah. So,
Because there's two of us.
because it's.
We
Tuesday.
also have a bus committee meeting the day before that.
okay, so the meeting that I'm gonna post on the 14th at 6 o'clock?
It's Wednesday, so it's the 13th. Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday,
So it's 13th, right?
13th, next Wednesday.
Okay, that one is called the,
It's just a meeting with the selectmen.
okay, so, give it a
Bus
name,
bus
some-
committee,
bus sub-
to- bus
bus
subcommittee to attend
Selectmen's
selectmen's meeting.
Okay,
The day before that, the bus committee has a meeting at 1 o'clock.
And
You're
we
gonna-
posted that.
You posted that?
We
And
changed
I
the
was going to
posting.
ask you, are we going to go ahead and do the facilities meeting immediately following, like?
Yeah, I told Bob between 2:30 and 3, depending on
Okay,
when
so
we
you
get
need
done
to
with the
post
list.
that as well.
This is crazy.
can you help me with all that, Andrew?
It's all posted.
All three of them?
Not the selectmen's one.
Not the selectmen,
Okay,
but the
so we
bus
just
and the-
need to make sure we post that.
I told Judy I won't be able to go to that meeting.
So
'cause
these
it's the-
notes, who do they get turned into? Kathy says that she has a mountain of paperwork?
I guess probably the easiest thing to do is, like, for example, you're giving your report, you would just write the paragraph that you took from meeting, your summary of that meeting, and just have it as part of your regular minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the easiest way to do it.
Okay,
Mhm.
Does-
that makes sense.
Judy, you know that I can't go to the subcommittee meeting next Wednesday night.
Yes, because you have a meeting and
It-
that won't be, it'll be the meetings after that that'll be
Okay.
important. Not that that's not important, I'm just
No, I
saying
know.
that it,
Did you want Tim to be there?
we'll talk to him about that next Tuesday.
Okay.
Steps met, but I don't have a report for you because basically what we talked about is what was going to be in the final report. So I'll wait until you get the final report. Just seems redundant to do it and then have it handed to you again.
When is the report going to be ready that's got to go to the state?
That's what it, actually, it's not due until October 1st.
I was going to say, I don't think it's due
But-
for a while.
It's with all of these grants, you have to finish one, do a report on that before you can get the money for the next one.
Mhm.
So I think Linda was trying to
June.
finish that up in June.
Yeah.
So that it would be ready for the next.
Okay. And our wellness policy, when we met with the gentleman from Cafe Services, there are some things that are going to need to be updated on that because of a, what did he call that, TA 21, was it?
Something like that came out in January.
That came out in January. So we talked about having him work with the wellness committee, but we need to wait and do that in September because all our wellness committee people are going to change because the nurse is changing, the principal's
Right.
changing, the food service is
Right.
changing. So we need to set up a new committee. But on that wellness committee is supposed to be a school board member, and we don't have that. So we need to appoint someone, a school board member to the wellness committee.
Don't everybody jump up and raise their hand at once?
I'll make a motion to appoint Viv.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Viv.
Okay.
So Viv, you need to remember in September
Right.
they need to
That
do
you have to
that.
have
Well,
a, because now it's your responsibility. We
Okay.
pass the buck very well here.
okay.
Not a problem.
I got it. All right, no problem.
I don't think there was anything else in that meeting, was there?
No.
We worked on changing some policies, but those aren't here tonight.
Any other committees? Okay, anything else for board business? No? Seeing none? Comments by the public?
Oh, seriously, come on.
Well, I just kind of had a question. I was watching a meeting that Ed recorded, and somebody mentioned the squeaky wheel, and it kind of sparked a
Uh-oh.
question in my mind. But we've been covering school board meetings for probably a couple, 2.5 years, I think, and some other activities. And there was some rumors or allegations going around town that people have been denied access to the PEG channel, and I just wanted to know from the school board if you feel that you've been denied access, or if you've been covered fairly, and if you're satisfied with the coverage that we given you on the PEG channel, up till this point.
I'll be glad to speak to that. We're more than happy.
Yeah.
Not only have you covered our meetings fairly justly, you've also come in on your own time to record presentations by the 5th grade, the wildlife encounter. I mean, at the drop of a hat, you're in here helping. I think all of us are more than satisfied with your work, Jerry. More
I
than
appreciate it.
satisfied.
Definitely.
I know Valerie's been in a couple times because we try to get, we try to fill the weekend with some various programming. And so, like I say, when I saw this, I didn't happen to be at the meeting, and when I saw that statement being made that people were being denied access, I thought that we were, kind of going out of our way to try and get more content for the station. So I was kind of surprised, but like I said, I just wanted to check and make sure that, you guys didn't feel that you were being, denied any sort of coverage or being misrepresented or, treated unfairly. So I just wanted to check.
Considering you volunteer your time to do this, I don't know how anybody can complain. I mean,
I'm just trying to clear the air on that.
it just kind of amazes me. You bend over backwards, you're at these meetings for the public. I would never complain. I think it's crazy that people do.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
I appreciate everything
Anybody
you
else
do.
have anything to say?
I think that's a great job, thank you.
We're more than happy. Any other comments for the public?
You just want to sit there and look at us, right?
Okay, then can I have a motion? Oh, wait a minute. Get the appropriate
It's
paperwork.
almost
out.
like you can use all of them this time.
A motion to go into non-public under RSA 91A2A, dismissal, promotion, compensation, or disciplining a public employee. RSA 91A 32B, hiring of a public employee. RSA 91A 3(2)(c), discussion of matters that are likely to adversely affect the reputation of a person other than the members of the school board, student matters. RSA 91A 3(2)(d), consideration of the acquisition, sale, lease of real or personal property, or consideration of negotiations of pending legal claims or litigation. That's it. Got everything but the emergency functions.
We don't have anything.
C, D, and E?
Right.
Yeah, it
ABCD.
actually is.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, and E, yeah.
Can I have, I made the motion, can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
I'm POI.
Nason, I.
Mosquito, aye.
Colbath, aye.